Welcome to the BBC School Report with Joe. One prevalent issue in many political discussions about the local and a national area is immigration. In Boston, which is our local area, the latest census says that around 10% of our town's population comes from the new European countries, such as Poland, Lithuania or Latvia, which have all joined the European Union since 2004. Some political parties, such as the United Kingdom Independence Party, otherwise known as UKIP, have based their main policies around immigration. It's a town where views on immigration are to the fore. With its relatively high level of immigrants, many people have very strong views on immigration. Figures from the latest census shows that Boston contains a very high amount of immigrants, and there are also figures showing the increasing levels of immigration over the UK as a whole. Now we will cut to our editor.
Also have figures from UKIP saying that the amount of Romanian and Bulgarian immigrants are greatly increasing as well. Some English people in the town feel that they should be getting priority for the jobs over the foreign immigrants, so want them to stop coming to the town. However, this does not take into account the positive things they bring to the town, such as the maternity unit at Boston's Pilgrim Hospital, which people say would not be viable without the migrant births. They also contribute to taxes and started up their own businesses. And some in support of immigration argue that the benefits of the economy. In a recent survey conducted by the BBC, 62.5% of people said that immigration brought problems to the town of Boston. 75% thought that there were too many immigrants in Boston. However, 62.5% also said that we should leave the EU. And in the question, do you think that immigration has brought economic benefits to Boston? 54.8% said yes. However, 53% said that we would suffer serious problems if all the immigrants left. Here we have our UKIP representative for South Lincolnshire.
Skegness South, yes.
Yes. And so, what do you think there's a problem with immigration in Boston?
I think there absolutely is. UKIP isn't against immigration. Our policy is quite clear. We want a points-based system like they have in Australia, like they have in Canada. But the problem is having open borders from the European Union, from Eastern Europe, causes so many social problems. And it is in Boston. You know, we've got divides between the different communities, not just between the Brits and the Eastern Europeans, but between all the different Eastern European communities. Now, we're not against these people. There are a lot of decent, hard-working people that have come to Boston to work and to settle here, but you have to control it in numbers. You can't just have an unlimited open border to the whole of Europe.
Yeah. And what about in the UK as a whole?
Yeah, absolutely. Immigration is a massive issue, not just for Boston, but for many parts of the country, particularly London, particularly in the southeast, even, you know, and particularly for Lincolnshire. Hence, why UKIP is doing so well, because we are ringing a sort of bell with the people of the county.
Mm. And so, what do you think the problems bring with it, with immigration?
Well, the problems, as I say, are the social problems that are ongoing. Clearly, unemployment now is an issue for a lot of young people. You know, your job prospects are going to suffer because there's clearly aren't the jobs going round for the British people. So, as I say, we have to control immigration and meet the demands in a sensible way.
And what do you think should be done to lessen the problems?
Well, as I said, we need to control our borders, leave the European Union and have a friendly relationship with the rest of Europe. We need to open our borders up to the whole world so that people, anybody in the world, has the opportunity to come to the UK. At the moment, it's actually quite a racist policy that we have, because we open our borders up to the whole of Eastern Europe, but we don't open our borders up to the whole world. What I say is we should allow anybody to come into our country if they have the skills that we require. Whether they're from India, whether they're from China, whether they're from America, that should be open to the whole world.
And what do you think of the claims that immigration brings benefits to the UK economy?
I think it absolutely does. We've never said that immigration doesn't benefit our economy as long as it's controlled, as long as we have people that we actually require, and not just, you know, low-skilled labour, because there's a lot of people that are now claiming benefits, British people that could actually go and work and have these jobs.
Yeah. So in Boston there are around 10,000 immigrants, but just over 1,000 unemployed people. If all the immigrants left, this would cause a shortage of workers. Do you think this is true?
I think it's true if you in those numbers that you've given me, but people would move here from other parts of the country where they have higher unemployment and take on those jobs. If we have jobs that we can't fill, then that's when immigration is a good thing, and we should be allowing them people to take those jobs from the rest of the world.
And thank you for your time today.
Thanks very much indeed. Thank you.
This was the BBC School Report here from Boston.